You never used a rotary dial phone before, Steinhoff? Okay, and... Wait, let's do that again. Make sure my hand gets completely out of frame. Yeah, this is Johnny. 2018 fantasy football season started. What are we waiting for? Roll it! Okay, I like that. Just gotta do a quick edit. Get my neck out. I think that'd be good with the introduction. Hit the music. Let's zoom in a little bit. Get rid of my neck. There we go. Hey. Is my neck really that fat? I want to do something real quick here. Hang on.
Will today be the episode where Johnny reveals his true feelings for Lydia?
I like the idea. Let's do another quote. Use whichever ones you like.
Is today the day Johnny announces his engagement? Is today the day that Johnny announces his mustache treatment?
Okay, I'm getting stupid. All right, let's focus on the show. Focus on the show, Jimmy. Focus on the show. Welcome to the 2018 season of the Bored People's Fantasy Football League. I am your host, Johnny Vegas. It is my absolute pleasure to join you here for another season of mirth, mayhem, and moolah. Well, we've had ourselves one hell of a draft. It was a great time. I was mostly passed out in the easy chair over at PJ's during most of it. But from what I remember hearing through my alcoholic stupor, it was one hell of a draft. Lots of smart moves made across the board, lots of winners, and I know what you're waiting for now. Week 1.
Picks!
We're going to start right off the bat with a great barn burner. It's the Eden Extractors versus the Gowanda Thunder. This one's going to be a great matchup, but I'm going to give this one to the Extractors by 13 and make it my lock of the week. Why? Because the Extractors have a wonderful secret weapon that a lot of people aren't talking about. Alex Collins, running back from Baltimore. I think he's going to have a great day versus Buffalo this weekend. And also, Alex Collins kind of sounds like a drink. I wonder what you would put into a Johnny Vegas. I'm thinking it would be 2 ice cubes, 3 pots gin, 1 pot whiskey, 2 pots Pepto-Bismol, and shredded betting slips. Extractors by 13. Got a weird shadow on my eye. It's like my one eye you can see, but the other you can't. What's wrong with the lighting? See, that looks fine. Then I turn, and I lose the eye. I got 2 eyes, 1 eye. 2 eyes, 1 eye. No eyes. 2 eyes, 1 eye, no eyes. Moving on, we have the Roughnecks going up against the Vandals. This one is going to be a slobber knocker. Lots of hard hits, lots of pain, lots of destruction. But in the end, I'm going to give this one to the Vandals by 5. And the reason is the Vandals have Tom Brady going up against Houston. Now, Houston is young and energetic, but Tom Brady's a show-off. So he's going to want to do all he can to upstart a young, hot team. And Tom Brady, as he gets older, becomes finer, like cheese. Delicious cheddars, or Roqueforts, or Brie. Yeah, I go to fancy parties, what of it? Vandals by 5. Drink, Steinhoff. You're sounding rough. We have a barn burner of a matchup. We have the Hangman versus the A-holes. Nothing but hatred. Nothing but violence. Nothing but fun. And in this one, I'm going to give this one to the A-holes by the slimmest of margins. 2 points. A-holes in 2. I'm going to give this one to the A-holes in 2 because they have Golden Tate going up against the Jets. And when it comes to Golden Tate, I think he is nothing but money on a fantasy football roster. You put him in your fantasy football roster, and you're going to score points. It's going to be a difference maker. You've got a golden ticket! You've got a golden ticket! You've got a golden ticket! And the A-holes win by 2. Sorry. Next on the agenda, we have The Terror versus the Snake-a-da-puss. If you like horror movies, if you like violence, if you like blood, if you love scantily clad women running around in lingerie for absolutely no reason, this is your game, brother! And in this game, I'm going to give it to The Terror by 7 because they have Michael Thomas going up against Tampa Bay. Oh, Michael Thomas. I'm rather fond of Michael Thomas. He's the guy who writes all those lurid romance novels. You know, the stuff that, you pick up the book, you start reading it, and then you hear things in your head like,
As Melanie leaned backwards, Thomas reached forward. Grasping her roughly in his arms, she trembled like a little girl, and then collapsed to the weight of her love.
Yeah, stuff like that. Terror by 7. Jake, feel free if you find any romantic dialogue or anything you want to do. You can just do that with the Johnny pose like that. And finally, rounding out this week, we have Slaughterhouse versus the Senators. And this one's going to be no holds barred, no holds taken. But bad news and poo-poo to the defending champs. I'm giving this one to the Senators by 8 because they have Allen Robinson, wide receiver, Chicago. Mr. Robinson, he's going to be the one who helps them win. Boop, boop, ba-doo. Now, the thing is, though, got the Bears going up against the Packers. It's a classic rivalry. Nothing but old school fighting and slugging it out and being mean and nasty and going together all the time. It's like the Johnny Vegas family reunion.
Coming later this year to this network.
Senators by 8. You're so soft and lovable. You're so soft and lovable.
You're so soft and lovable.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Good luck to all the teams going into week 1. You know who's going to win, because Johnny said so. See you next week.